The criminals had no right to live in society. For them, a desert area was designated as their home. These rebels were called Bad Batchers. Each of them was given a special number for identification. In this desert, two groups existed. One was made of normal people, while the other consisted of cannibals. We see police officers bringing a girl here. More than 5,000 people had already been evacuated into this place. Around it stood a wall of steel net, built to ensure no one could escape. The girl brought in was named Arlen. As she moved forward, Arlen noticed a board. It stated that beyond this point, the area was no longer under America's control. The government would not be responsible for anything that happened to criminals here. Arlen also carried a page. On it was written, "Find the dream. Find comfort." Comfort was the settlement where the normal group of Bad Batchers lived. After some time, Arlen saw a broken car. Exhausted, she sat inside to rest, but what she didn't know was that someone was approaching her. By the time she realized, it was too late. She was captured. When she regained consciousness, she found herself tied up. Two women had kidnapped her. One of them approached with a saw and began removing Arlen's hand, then her foot. The reason? They were cannibals. In this desert, with nothing else to eat, people had turned to cannibalism. Anyone who entered was captured, mutilated, and eaten. These cannibals took care of their health and kept themselves strong by feeding on other humans. Many of their prisoners were missing hands and feet, cut off to satisfy their hunger. Now, Arlen had become their victim too. She knew immediately that she was next on their menu. If she wanted to survive, she would have to escape. But how? She had already lost an arm and a leg and was still chained. Arlen thought quickly. She smeared waste material over her body, hoping to appear sick. The next day, a cannibal woman came to check on her and, seeing her condition, freed her to clean her. When the woman left to fetch water, Arlen grabbed a hidden rod. As the woman returned, Arlen stabbed her again and again until she was dead. Wasting no time, Arlen crawled out of the place. Not far ahead, she found a skateboard and used it to escape. The desert was vast and merciless. Soon, hunger and thirst overwhelmed her. Exhausted, she fainted. Fortunately, an old man lived nearby alone, away from both comfort and the cannibals. Because of his age, he wasn't hunted. He found Arlen, loaded her into his carriage, and carried her far away. He dropped her at Comfort, then quietly left. 5 months later, Arlen had a small house along with an artificial foot. Life in Comfort was very different. The people here had shops, medical facilities, and various comforts, almost like a small town. Meanwhile, in another part of the desert, we are shown a cannibal family. Miami Man, the patriarch, lived with his wife and their beloved daughter. Miami was a skilled painter and often made sketches of his child. But behind this family image lay horror. One day, Miami visited a young girl he had imprisoned. He killed her, cut her body into pieces, and the family ate her for dinner. Back in Comfort, Arlen was depressed. She still mourned the loss of her hand and leg, imagining how good life would have been if her body were whole. Her anger toward the cannibals grew. To take revenge, she grabbed a gun and left. Comfort. Miami Man's wife, meanwhile, went out shopping with her daughter. As they searched through old items, Arlen spotted them. When she realized they were cannibals, she decided to kill them. Miami's wife begged for mercy, swearing she had never harmed Arlen, but Arlen ignored her. "I also begged the cannibals for my life," she said, "and they cut off my hand. Why should I spare you?" With that, Arlen shot Miami's wife dead. Her young daughter, shocked and speechless, couldn't comprehend what had happened. Seeing the child, Arlen's heart softened. She decided not to kill her. Instead, she took the girl to Comfort. Along the way, the old man saw them heading toward the settlement. In Comfort, the little girl noticed a stuffed rabbit. Arlen bought it for her and later brought her to her home. Evening fell. Back in the desert, Miami grew worried. His wife and daughter hadn't returned. He set out to find them and eventually reached the place filled with old junk. There he saw crows pecking at his wife's dead body. His daughter, however, was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, Miami notices the old man searching through the pile of junk. Miami shows him a sketch of his daughter and asks if he has seen her. The old man agrees to give him information, but only on one condition. He wants Miami to draw his sketch. With no other choice, Miami makes the drawing. In return, the old man writes "Find Comfort" on the sketch of his daughter, hinting that she is inside Comfort. That night, Arlen takes Miami's daughter to a club inside Comfort. the richest and most powerful man there is called Dream. Everyone worships him as a hero because he supplies a special drug to the entire city. This drug is magical. It makes people feel like they've stepped into another world, lost in a beautiful dream. That's why he is known as Dream. He is also the mayor of Comfort. At the party, Dream gives the drug to everyone, including Arlen. While she is lost in its effects, Miami's daughter drops her rabbit toy and runs after it. She ends up wandering too far and comes face to face with Dream, who takes her away. Arlen tries to search for the girl, but the drug has taken over her mind. In her dazed state, she unknowingly wanders outside Comfort, not realizing that Miami is standing right behind her. The next morning, Arlen wakes up far away in the desert. Miami is there, holding her artificial foot, without which she can't even walk. He shows her the sketch of his daughter and asks if she has seen her. Arlen lies and says no, since cannibals are not allowed inside Comfort. Any who approach are shot. Miami makes her a deal. He says, "Bring my daughter back from Comfort and I'll spare your life. Fail and I'll find you and kill you." With no choice, Arlen agrees. On their journey, they encounter another cannibal man who offers Miami fuel in exchange for eating Arlen's artificial foot. He even threatens to kill Miami and kidnap Arlen. Forced to act, Miami pretends to agree, then suddenly throws a knife, killing the man instantly. He takes his supplies and cuts off the man's hand to keep his food. As they continue toward Comfort, a massive sandstorm strikes. They take shelter and spend the night together. During dinner, Miami roasts the severed hand for food. Arlen asks him how he ended up here. Miami tells a story. "I came to America on a boat when I was just 16. Since I was an illegal immigrant, they threw me into this desert. Over time, Arlen and Miami begin to grow closer. But suddenly, a stranger appears and shoots Miami, leaving him badly injured. The stranger tells Arlen to come with him. Torn between staying with Miami and leaving, she finally chooses to go with the stranger, who brings her safely back inside Comfort. Yet, even there, Arlen feels uneasy. She keeps remembering the moments Miami saved her life and cared for her. She realizes she has developed feelings for him, so she decides to return. When she reaches the desert, she doesn't find Miami, only his sketchbook. She takes it with her back to Comfort. Meanwhile, the old man discovers Miami unconscious in the desert, surrounded by crows. He helps him recover and even feeds him crow meat to regain strength. Inside Comfort, Arlen flips through Miami's sketchbook and finds a drawing of his daughter. Determined, she begins searching for the girl, showing the sketch to people all around. At last, she spots the girl with a woman leaving Dream's mansion. Shockingly, Dream has adopted Miami's daughter as his own child. Knowing she can't take the girl by force, Dream is too powerful. Arlen comes up with a plan. She enters Dream's palace, pretending she wants to work there like the other women. Inside, she sneaks into the washroom, removes a hidden gun from her prosthetic leg, and captures Dream's wife at gunpoint. She tells Dream, "If you release this girl, I'll release your wife." With no choice, Dream agrees. Arlen, Dream's wife, and Miami's daughter escape in a carriage. Once outside Comfort, Arlen sets Dream's wife free, then continues her journey with the girl. Eventually, they find Miami, who is slowly recovering with the old man's help. Arlen reunites father and daughter, asking Miami to take her with them. But Miami refuses. He explains, "You'll die with us. We're cannibals. One day, we might eat you too. It's better you go back to Comfort." But Arlen refuses. She tells him, "I don't care. I just want to stay with you because I like you." At that moment, Miami's daughter says she is hungry and wants noodles instead of meat. Since noodles don't exist in the desert, Miami kills her rabbit and cooks it for her. Together, they start living as a family in the desert. And with that, the film comes to an end.